Hello students, we are going to do a new game in the new lesson. The game we call it catching game. I will go through the catching game, the challenge part, the challenge version, so you can see what is the effect together with the challenges. Then we will only go through the basic version due to the time constraints. Okay, so let's see. Okay, just to demo a bit, the challenging part, right, is how to touch the worm and then change the costume of the rooster, so it gives a feel that I'm eating something. And then at the same time, the worm would give a sound of screaming sound. Okay, so what if I run into the enemy? There's a sound effect, and then all the sprite is gone. Only came out the game over sprite together with the backdrop. So this is the challenge, the whole game with challenge part. But now what we're going to do is let's do the basic one first. Okay, so let me create a new one. First, we will need to build the sprite first. The first sprite I'm going to do is rooster. Okay, when the rooster is ready, maybe we can add a backdrop. Okay, so how are we going to code the rooster? First of all, we need to code the movement, right? So we are able to control the rooster. So when the left arrow key pressed, up, down, and left, right. Alright, so after that we're going to change the motion direction, I would say. Set. Remember, X is control left and right, so it should be under left arrow or right arrow. So that's sorry, not set, should be changed. See wrongly, change X. Okay, so left side we will go to the other end, the left side, the left end of the game scene, right? And then the left side should be negative number, so this one definitely is -10. And when we move to the right side is positive number, it moves towards a positive number, and the maximum I think is 250. Okay, the left side edge is -250 also. Okay, so left and right we settle already. Now let's settle the up and down. Up and down in charge by Y, so we need to attach two Y's, change Y by a certain value. And when we move, we will want to try to move down, right? It's negative number, and up is positive number. So let's change it to -10 and keep the same on the up arrow. So let's try. It works. Okay, when this rooster works as expected, right? Let's do the next thing. Is we try to add a worm. The worm itself, right, is not inside the sprite library, so you will need to import one. You won't be able to find the worm. So I actually download the worm sprite from the internet. Okay, where is it? Downloads, right? This is the one. And I think it's too big, so we need to set the size of the worm. Maybe we will set it as 50. Still too big. 20. Or maybe 10. I think 10 is too small. Okay, so 15. Okay, you can change this to a more appropriate name. Okay, so when the size is set, let's code the worm. First, we will need to have a flag to initiate the code. When the flag is clicked, I'm going to go to random positions. So every time when the flag is clicked, the worm can go to random positions to, hide from the rooster. Then the next thing we are going to do is create a variable. Let's say worm caught. Okay, so we will need to set the worm caught to 0 when the game starts. In case the second player continue a game, it should not continue the previous player's score. Alright, then we will need another flag to check whether the hen is touching the rooster is touching the worm. So when the flag is clicked, I'm going to check in a forever loop with the condition that if the worm is touching the hen, then I'm going to change the variable by 1 and go to random position also. Not only the game start we go to random position, but when it touch the rooster, it should also go to random position instead of sticking at the same position. Then the rooster will keep touching the worm, right? And then wait 2 seconds. The reason we need to wait for a while is because maybe we don't want the rooster, we don't want the for loop to check too fast. We want to slow down the sensitivity of forever loop. Okay, let's say if we don't have this 2 seconds, maybe the rooster will increase the score so fast that it actually only consider to touch once, but actually consider when the for loop runs, computer runs so fast that it jump up the score very fast. Okay, but logically it should it's logically correct, but it doesn't seem normal in the real world because the computer works too fast. We don't want the for loop to run too fast, so we want to slow down the forever loop a bit. Okay. The next thing is checking whether the score is went to 5, right? So when I need another flag, so this flag is in charge of getting the scores, and this flag is in charge of checking whether we have win the game. So when the flag is clicked, we are going to wait until a certain condition is met which we need the operators to check that the score is indeed equals to 5 with the right variable, of course. Okay, so when let's say I want to design my game to get just 5 scores, so you need to input the value on the right side. Then we're going to say something, right? The worm going to say something, say you win. And just limit to 1 second will do, and change the color. Maybe we want to change the color of the worm to show that is, where's the change color? Oh, over here, to show that the game is finished. Okay, the worm maybe it changed to green color and then die or something. And then we're going to hide the worm and broadcast you win. You win. We need the broadcast message. Okay. Alright, so take note on this side. Because we have the hide here, right? Do remember to add the show when the game just start over here. Otherwise, the sprite will be forever hide, so you won't be able to see the sprite when the game starts. Okay. Alright, let's see if it works by this simple script. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so after you win already, the worm is gone, is hide. So the next thing we are going to do is design the game over scene, right? So in order to game over, we need an enemy, and I will choose Terra sprite to be the enemy. Okay, and then I don't want a smiley face enemy, I want an angry face enemy. So I'm going to delete all other sprite, just leave the angry face here. Okay. Now we're going to code for Terra. Okay, first we need to initialize the Terra's code. When the flag is clicked, we are going to show the Terra. The reason I'm going to put the show here is because later on we game over, we're going to hide the Terra, so might as well I put the show now. Okay, so then Terra will go the random location when the game starts, and I do a forever loop to let Terra to sliding around in the game scene. So in order to do that, we need a forever loop to keep running the instructions inside. So I will choose glide 5 seconds. You can reduce the second to lower, so it will glide much more faster to make the game more challenging. But to me, for demo purpose, I will just put 5. Otherwise, I'm not good gamer. I will end the game very fast. Right, maybe we want to add a sound. I'm going to add chi sound. So this one, I think it's quite good fit for the enemy. Okay, a cunning laughing sound. Right, so back to the code, we are going to add the chi sound. So the design is, we are going to play the chi sound until then glide to random position using 5 seconds. Okay, so let's see if it works. Then it should start moving. After 5 seconds, it should go other places. Okay, now Terra doing no harm because we haven't coded the Terra to give the instruction that when you touch the rooster, you should you should kill the whole game and then broadcast game over. So we are going to do that, right? When the flag is clicked and until touching the hen, of course. Okay, then we are going to broadcast game over. Alright, so after game over, we are going to have some receiver here, because remember just now in the demo session, we see that when game over, all the sprite is gone. So we need to have this code. When I receive game over, then Terra should hide. Okay, do remember to put this across all the sprite. So when I receive game over also, I should hide myself. And when the flag is clicked, I'm going to show myself. So that we will see the hen when a new player click the flag button. Okay, so the worm, we need to listen for game over message also. When I receive game over, I should hide. Show is already done in the initializing code, so we don't need to show again, just hide will do. Alright, let's test the code, see whether everything is fine. By now, if we are going to, let's have a win message, because if I win the game, then the enemy should be gone, right? Should be clear. So I don't want when I win the game, then I still chased by the enemy. So I should hide the enemy after I win the game. Okay, let's see. Let's see the win scenario first. Try to get the 5 scores. Wow, okay. Alright, so after I win it, the worm and the enemy are gone, only left me in the scene. But as you can see, the he sound is still there. So we are going to stop all the code when I win the game. So stop all is needed, and game over is also needed, the stop all. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, let's test. If I win the game, I shouldn't hear any sound. And you can see that this code is not highlighted yellow, so that means all the code is stopping already. Okay, so now let's do the game over sprite to finish up the game in the basic version. Alright, let's create a sprite called game over. Okay, let's do the text game over and change the font family, adjust the size. You want it, put it in front a bit. Alright, So when this sprite is ready, then we should proceed to the code. Okay, when I receive game over, I should show myself. And we already have stop all over there in the Terra, so that's fine. Or maybe we can put the stop all in the sprite, game over sprite. The reason is sometimes the code need the time to go to this area of the code, then we stop all. If we stop all too early, maybe this code haven't got enough time to show it. Okay, then when the flag is clicked, we're going to make sure that it's hidden. Alright, so let's test the game. Okay, if I accidentally touch the Terra, the game is shown game over sprite, and then all the sprite is gone, like what we expected. So this is the small game that we did in this lesson. The main learning point of this lesson is we try to let different sprite to interact with each other, and we will broadcast certain message for some sprite to listen and react. In the previous games, we tend to, as you can see from the, let me open up the YouTube. As you can see in the previous lesson, right, it's all about really the like say the lesson 5 is about self-play, and then not much sprite interactions. For the lesson 6, we try to focus on the backdrop rotating, and then in this lesson we are doing actual different sprite interactions to give more life to the game, but that is not good enough. Okay, like what I show in the challenge version, the sprite, let's say the chicken, it will have the eating and eating animation by changing the costumes. The worm will shout, scream when the rooster touch it. And for the Terra, we will remain the same, because I think Terra, we have sound, we move Terra around, that's enough. We also add a U-wing scene with special particle effect. So all these small elements will make the game more fun and more interesting. So let's recap on the challenge part. Over here. Do you see the difference? Like the game will be more lively if you add small elements here and there. As you can see, the particles, when it touch the U-wing sprite, it actually fall on the U-wing sprite and then fall down into the below area. So these are all the small interactions that we can do in the challenging part to make your game more interesting. Okay. Alright, so if you are interested in how to develop this challenge part, you can always contact us for more lesson details, and then we will help you to achieve the game effect that you want to create. Okay, thank you everyone. I will see you all in next lesson. We're going to create a different game. Thank you.